Hello, good morning. Thank you very much for joining us today. My name is Caroline Kamau. I'm the marketing manager at GoodWe for East and West Africa. We'll have Clinton lead us during this webinar session. Clinton, kindly introduce yourself.
All right, so good morning, everyone. My name is Clinton, and I'm actually the technical sales engineer for GoodWe based in Ghana. I also like to express, our gratitude to you for making the time to join today's webinar. For us, we actually wait for, let's say, a few minutes, probably maybe 2 to 3 minutes to get the other colleagues on board. We can actually have a look at a very enticing video exhibiting the GoodWe residential solutions and how it's being deployed at the background. Yeah. So, hi, Caroline. I don't know if you can confirm for me the number of participants that we have, and then if we are to spend an extra minute, or probably you can comment on the webinar.
Yeah, let's play the video once more as we wait for a few more people. Then after the video is completed, we proceed.
All right, thank you so much. All right, one more time. Hi, Caroline. Are we good to go? I think we are almost 5 minutes away from time. I don't know if
Yeah, let's proceed, please. Thank you.
all right, thank you too. All right, so once again, good morning to each and everyone here. Like I said, my name is Clinton, and then I'm the technical sales engineer for GoodWe based in Ghana. It's actually a pleasure to host and then also facilitate today's webinar. As part of the GoodWe team, I also have with me my marketing manager for East and West African markets, Caroline, at the background. I think she did a brief introduction of herself earlier on. Today's webinar is, designed to be a much more interactive section for both parties. So we encourage you to feel free to key in all questions or concerns in the Q&A box. And then at the end of the webinar, we are going to try as much as possible to address all concerns or probably answer all questions that you have throughout the webinar. So also just in case maybe my network isn't that clear, or let's say my voice isn't that audible to you, you can also let us know by keying it in the Q&A box, and then Caroline will also draw my attention so that we can work on it to make sure we all stay on the right path. So the topic for today's webinar is, very simple and straightforward. Today's webinar is actually aimed to having a brief introduction about the GoodWe residential solutions, and then how we can actually, let me say, transition from just supplying or achieving backup power to energy independence. The agenda for today is, very straightforward. We are going to have a very brief introduction about GoodWe as a company. So we are going to talk about the company portfolio. And then we also have introduction about the GoodWe residential solutions, where we talk about the various models, or let me say the various inverters that we have within the residential portfolio and solutions that we can actually implement with. Then we also showcase a few case references that we have in the market, or let me say in the region. And then, like I said, we have a very interactive Q&A section at the end of the webinar, where we address all concerns and then also answer all questions that might come up throughout the webinar. Yep. So to start with, I would like to give a very brief introduction about GoodWe as a company. So, GoodWe as a company, we actually do more. Previously people just used to know GoodWe to be an inverter brand, just like that. But as a company, we actually do more than just, inverters. So we do solar inverters, hybrid, and then grid tied inverters. We do lithium-ion batteries. We do EV chargers. We do BIPV. We do heat pumps and the likes. So it's, a very big company in the solar industry. And then as a company, we actually work with one vision and mission. So our vision is driving the world's smart energy future. And then our determination to becoming the major driving force in the global energy transition still stays as our mission as a company. Yeah, as a company, like I said, it's a very big family, one very big family with, over 6,000 total employees, and then 300 plus based overseas, with 1,000 plus out of the 6,000 based in the R&D center. We currently have 5 R&D centers in China. And then, from the global sales revenue graph, you can also get to see the constant increase in demand for the GoodWe products globally, which is to tell you the kind of, efficiency and then quality GoodWe actually offers to installers, EPCs, as well as end users. In terms of awards, we've had the privilege to be awarded, quite a number of awards, just to talk of a few. In terms of our efficiency, for our system design, for, bankability, and then also in terms of the hierarchy in the solar industry when it comes to inverter brand, or let me say inverter models. We've also had the privilege to be awarded as a tier one inverter brand, which I'll be throwing more light, or let me say a little bit light on it in the subsequent slides. Now, where we operate as a company. So as a company, we actually operate globally. Like I said, it's an international company with global presence. So we have, we have presence globally, anywhere around the world. But I'll just narrow this down to the West, or let me say the African market. So in the African market, we actually have presence in the East Africa. So Caroline here is from East Africa, Kenya, and she's actually in charge of marketing for the East and the West African market. We also have other colleagues in Kenya who also handle technical sales and as well as sales. Then we also have presence in Nigeria, where we have sales manager, who is Demola. And then we also have technical sales reps also in Nigeria. Then I'm also here from Ghana, also handling technical sales, both pre-sales and then after sales. And then we also have other colleagues in Senegal, who's also in charge of, sales. And then also we also have technical guys over there. So with this, we are just trying to tell you, in the African market, we have presence, worldwide, from the east, south, west, and then saying to the global market as well. In terms of manufacturing site, or let me say manufacturing bases, the company actually has four manufacturing bases, or let me say four manufacturing sites, three in China and then one in Vietnam. We also have 30 sales and service centers. So with 30 sales and service centers, what are we trying to achieve? We are just trying to make sure that our customers' demand, or let me say our customers' needs, are being responded to at a very timely manner. So irrespective of where you are, irrespective of where you are deploying your solar system, you are, let me say, highly assured that should there be a need for technical support, should there be a need for technical assistance, or should there be a need to make an inquiry, you are always assured that there is somebody to rely on, there is somebody to call to, irrespective of your location. This right here is just to show you our global headquarters. So, I mean, we are very transparent in terms of business. So we always, I mean, let you know where we operate as a company, where our global headquarters is located. So this building over here is, and it's just not just to, I mean, show you where our global headquarters is, but to show you that we actually live what we preach. So GoodWe Global Headquarters is an ultra low energy building that actually, let me say, integrate or make use of everything that GoodWe preach to the EPCs, everything that we preach to the installers, and everything that we preach to the end users. So this year makes use of, I mean, our BIPV, our heat pump, we have our EV chargers and our solar inverters. Just to let you know that we ourselves are living testimony to whatever inverter, to whatever model, or whatever thing that we preach, whatever solution that we preach to you. So our global headquarters is actually located in China. And so this is in China, Suzu. And then, I mean, the building you see over there is actually designed to generate an annual power generation of 500,000 kilowatt hour. And so this is tell you, I mean, irrespective of what you want to generate, if you are able to generate 500,000 kilowatt hour on our own, then it means we are capable of helping you to generate what you also want to generate on your side. Like I said, for I mean, some of the awards that we are, let me say, privileged to, I mean, to have in our name is being awarded as a tier one inverter brand, or let me say a tier one model. So good, we are not just calling ourselves a tier one inverter brand, but rather a body which is highly accepted and let me say highly recognized in the industry for ranking, let me say, solar PV models, solar inverters in the hierarchy is the same. I mean, body that actually ranked GoodWe, looking at the kind of efficiency that we bring to the market, looking at the kind of, I mean, transparency that we have, and then looking at how we actually treat our customers, they actually ranked GoodWe as a tier one inverter brand. Now, this is to tell you that when you are dealing with GoodWe, as I mean, as an inverter brand, or let me say, when you're doing with GoodWe, as a model or as a brand in your solutions, you know you are dealing with a tier one, or let me say a grade A class inverter. So with this on the hierarchy of inverter models, or let me say inverter brand, there is no inverter brand higher than GoodWe on that hierarchy. That's why we always want to let our customers, EPCs, end users, and then installers also to know that when you are dealing with GoodWe, you are dealing with a tier one inverter brand. In terms of manufacturing and then installation capacities, we actually looking at the manufacturing bases that we have. Like I said, four manufacturing bases, three in China, one in Vietnam, and then looking at the number of staff we have based in the R&D centers. We actually boast of having the capacity and then the facilities to fuel, I mean, the production of over 35 gigawatts solar capacities production annually, and then also over 5 gigawatts are battery production capacity annually. So with this, I mean, is you have some kind of assurance that irrespective of your project demand, I mean, GoodWe has the resources, GoodWe has the facilities to provide you with whatever that you need for your project. Now, with global cumulative installation, with the help of our smart energy management system, we've been able to record over 100 gigawatts installed capacities worldwide. And this was as of, I mean, first quarter of 2025. So, which means as we speak now, we are way, 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 way ahead of this number. But at least this to tell you that we have installation worldwide, and then not just, I mean, a few gigawatts, but 100 gigawatts and above. For the milestones, so milestones shaping our energy transition path, GoodWe, as a company, we actually started from somewhere, and then we are now where we are right now, heading towards our mission. The company was actually, I mean, established in 2010, where we actually, I mean, transitioned through series, or let me say various phases called exploration phases. We would like to, group them into exploration, growth and leadership, and then also the evolution. So right from, establishment from 2010, we are trying to explore the market to come up with some of the unique features, or let me say the unique technologies that the market need. And then after being able to, serve the market right, we had the leadership in the market and was being awarded as the number one hybrid inverter supplier in the world as in 2019. Now from 2020 to date, being awarded as the number one hybrid inverter supplier wasn't okay for us. So we decided to strive more. So we ended up, moving more or focusing more into the CNI segment as well as the utility segment. So currently, GoodWe has various solutions for CNI, projects, for utility scale projects and the likes. And this is how far we've come as a company, which was established in 2010. So I think right now I'd just like to move straight to the residential solutions. But like I said, I would like to also remember you if you have any question, let's say if my pace is too fast for you, or let's say you like to draw my attention on anything, kindly feel free to key in Caroline or let me know. Or probably if you want to just key in Caroline, let me know in case of anything. Maybe to me I'm sounding okay, but to you it's kind of fast to you. You can just feel free and then let me know. So if there are no questions, or let me say there are no suggestions, since Caroline is there, I would just like to move on straight. So now we are going to talk about the GoodWe Residential Solutions, which is the main aim of our webinar today, where we talk about the various products that we have in the residential solution portfolio. Now, as a company, we have, let me say, three key models in the residential products portfolio, where we have both the low voltage and then the high voltage. So currently, starting from the left, we have the ES Unique, which is a single phase low voltage inverter, comes in terms of capacities all the way from 3 to 12 kilowatts, and also comes with an LCD screen to make it easier for on-site, on-site configuration and also load monitoring on the end user perspective. And then we also have the ETLV, which is on the far right here, which is also a single phase, three-phase, it's a low voltage three-phase inverter, sorry. So it's a low voltage three-phase inverter compatible with both lithium and lead acid batteries. In terms of capacity, we have capacity ranges from 5 to 20 kilowatts. Now we also have the ET, the ET high voltage 25 to 50 kilowatts, which let me say plays some part role in the CNI segment as well as the residential segment, depending on the project demand or capacity. But generally, these are the three key, let me say, three key models that we have in our residential energy solution portfolio. And these solutions were tailored to help you maximize your self-consumption as an end user, as an installer, and then also gives you seamless UPS level switching. So with this, less than 4 milliseconds, you get to seamlessly switch from your on-grid power supply to your backup power supply, and then gives you wide battery voltage range. So our low voltage inverters moves from 40 to 60 volts, even though it's a 48 volt, 51.2 nominal volts battery. It's in terms of the battery voltage range, you have 40 to 60, and then you also have 200 to 800 for the high voltages as well. Now you also get 100% unbalanced output on our three-phase inverters, and this is one of the unique features which allows you to even though when there's the low demand on site for a three-phase system is not that well balanced. So far as the maximum demand per phase is not more than the maximum output the inverter can give per phase, you are highly assured that your system can actually supply continuous power to this unbalanced load without any interruptions. So I will actually throw more highlights on, these inverters, but here is just a brief introduction of what you should expect in the GoodWe residential solution portfolio. For lithium-ion batteries, like I said, as a company, we also manufacture our own lithium-ion batteries to complement the hybrid inverters that we have within the residential product portfolio. So we have the Lynx A series where we have, Lynx AG1 all the way to Lynx AG3. So we have 5 kilowatts all the way up to 14.3 kilowatts hour batteries in the Lynx A series. And then these are very flexible, just like the hybrid inverters in terms of expansion, in terms of expanding your battery bank. And then we also have the Lynx UG3, which is also 5.4 kilowatts hour low voltage. And then you also have the Lynx D series, which I wouldn't be talking much more about it because it's a high voltage and was actually, let me say, currently not that, promoted in the African market. So with this, you get the chance to, do one of the key benefits of using the GoodWe battery with the GoodWe inverter is the remote monitoring and upgrade. So whenever you have, as an installer, whenever you have the GoodWe low voltage inverters installed with the GoodWe low voltage residential inverters, um, in terms of the need for BMS firmware updates on the battery side, we actually take out the stress of you walking all the way to the site just to do a firmware update, and then give you that flexibility and also that chance to remotely do your BMS firmware update through the inverter. So with this, I mean, it takes out stress and then makes the work much more easier. In terms of safety and reliability, we actually integrate, key safety. We actually pay key attention to safety. So we have advanced BMS, which actually controls the charge and the discharge rate of the batteries, giving you a longer lifespan, and then also making sure you don't end up over discharging your batteries, and then also don't end up, overcharging your batteries to make your batteries safe. Yeah, so like I was saying, to throw more light on the G1 and then the G3 series. So here we have the Lynx A 5 kilowatt hour G1 battery. And then we also have this, which is G3, which is also 5 kilowatts. I know maybe one might be confused about, having G1 5 kilowatts and then G3 5 kilowatts. So this actually here is, the key difference between these two is that one, this in terms of, expansion, you could actually do a maximum of 15 pieces, where you get 75 kilowatt hour battery bank in total with a 0.6 C discharge rate. Now we also have the Link CG3. Looking at the demand and also the feedback from customers, or let me say installers in the market, we decided to upgrade the functionality, or let me say the features of the Lynx A battery. So we added the G3, which is also 5 kilowatt hour, but comes with a huge flexibility in terms of expansion. So from 15 pieces of the G1, we ended up doing 30 pieces for the G3. So with this, you get the chance to increase from 75 kilowatt hour to 150 kilowatt hour battery bank. Also, in terms of discharge rate, from 0.6 C, we end up having 1 C discharge rate, where you can actually get full utilization, or let me say, you can actually utilize full capacity of your battery when you have it installed with, let me say, a 5 kilowatt inverter. Now, over here, we have the Lynx AG3, which is 14 kilowatt hour, which also one of our latest, let me say, one of our latest battery model release in the market. So this comes with some unique features. In terms of capacity, we have, an upgraded capacity from 5 kilowatts. We extended it to 14.3 kilowatts. It's compatible with our ETLV, which is, the residential three-phase low voltage inverter, as well as the ES unit, which is also single-phase low voltage inverter. In terms of upgrade, or let me say in terms of expansion, currently we have 16 pieces, but we are actually looking at extending it all the way to 30 units in parallel, so that you, the end user, you, the installer, you can have that kind of flexibility to expand your battery storage, or let me say your battery bank for your project. It also comes with 1 seat discharging and charging rates. And all of these, the Lynx AG1, or let me say the Lynx A series, from the 5 kilowatt hour model to the 14 kilowatt hour model, are all compatible with the ES unique inverter and then the ETLV inverter. So we have them compatible with the low voltage and then the three-phase inverters. Now we also have the Lynx U, which is also G3, 5 kilowatt hour. You could do maximum of 30 pieces in parallel. And then we also have the Lynx D as well. Now, one key benefit, or let me say one key unique feature of the GoodWe lithium-ion batteries is the fact that it comes with 1 year maintenance free. Now, 1 year maintenance free in the sense that when you have these batteries in stock, let me say as a distributor, as an EPC, as an installer, there is no need to be charging and then to be making sure you recharge your batteries, let me say every 3 months, just to make sure your batteries don't fall, the voltages don't fall low or something like that. So we give you that 1 year maintenance free, where you can actually stock your batteries in your warehouse for 1 year without continuously charging and then discharging your batteries to keep the voltages alive. And then also in terms of warranty, GoodWe actually gives you, due to the advanced features, or let me say the efforts that we put in coming up with these kind of technologies, we actually make sure we have products that can actually last for a very longer time. So we give 10 years warranty on our lithium-ion batteries, as well as 5 years warranty on our hybrid inverters. So with this, you get 10 years warranty on the lithium-ion battery, and then also 5 years warranty on the residential low voltage inverters. Now, for promotion, for promotion's sake, or let me say, due to the trust that we have in our brand, when you have the GoodWe inverter installed with the GoodWe lithium-ion batteries, we now extend automatically your warranty for the inverter to 10 years, because the battery itself comes with 10 years warranty, and that warranty has a direct effect on your battery warranty period, your inverter warranty period. Yep. So this is for the ES Unique, like I was saying, comes with an LCD screen, very, very aesthetically nice. And then in terms of the battery compatibility, was like I was saying, it's actually compatible with all our low voltage batteries. In terms of expansion on the inverter side, you can also expand it to a maximum of 6 pieces in parallel. Comes with touch LCD screen, support diesel generator connectivity. So the inverter actually comes with a smart port, an AC smart port, which actually performs multi-functions. So one of the function is integration of diesel generator into your inverter or LEMS into your solar system or hybrid system directly, and then also making use of that same smart port for microgrid functionality, where you can actually integrate, or let me say add a grid tied inverter into your system to form more or less an AC coupled system solution. And then also, use it for the third purpose, which is connection of maybe heavy load, or let me say, some a load with, let me say, less importance, something like a critical load with less importance. And then we also have 200% PV oversizing. So, like preaching to help you maximize your self-consumption, we give you the 200% PV oversizing, which allows you as an installer to oversize your PV system or your hybrid system with 2 times the inverter capacity on the PV side. So basically what this means is that a 12 kilowatt inverter can actually carry a 24 kilowatt peak panel size. And this is basically to ensure, let me say, assure you that even at peak load demand, irrespective of the load demand, you are still rest assured that your PV power plants can still generate excess power to keep your batteries charged for later usage when there is no PV power generations. Now, for overload, we also have 200%, or let me say twice the nominal power of the inverter capacity for overload, for AC overload, to withstand AC overload for 10 seconds. So this is basically to cater for inrush current caused by any inductive load that you might have in your system. And then in terms of battery compatibility, it is also compatible with both lithium and lead acid batteries. So even aside GoodWe lithium-ion batteries, our inverters are also designed, with some kind of flexibility that you can also use a third-party battery with it. You're not forced to just use GoodWe, but we actually preach to achieve, maximum, or let me say, effective use of your solar system. We always recommend you use GoodWe inverter with a GoodWe battery. But in terms of battery compatibility, it's compatible with multiple brand and as well as lead acid as well. Uh, sorry, I'm trying to go next. Sorry. Hi, Caroline, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Clinton.
I think my laptop just freezed. That's quite unfortunate. Maybe
Okay,
can you
you
share your
can
screen?
just a sec.
Yeah, I think the laptop just freezed, and that's quite unfortunate. So let me say, pardon me for this. I think I'm having some a little bit inconvenience at my end with my laptop. It's
It's
quite
okay.
strange. It's quite strange, but I would like to say I'm sorry for this.
It's okay. Just a sec. Okay, stop sharing your screen.
Okay, sure. All right, so
Okay.
even let me try sharing again. Carolyn, let me just try sharing again. Let's see if this thing is going to work.
Is it working?
Nope. So
Okay, just stop.
you kindly share your screen for me.
Uh, okay.
Okay, thank you so much. All right, thank you so much. So maybe we can go to the next slide. All right. So this here over here is just to let me see, I mean, explain to you the component description of the ES Unique inverter. So like I said, the ES Unique is a single phase single phase low voltage inverter that's compatible with both lithium and lead acid batteries. So what you see over here from the very far left where we have the PV string is the PV input slot, where you, slot in your strings from your PV panels. It comes with a maximum of 2 MPPT. You can get 2 strings per MPPT. So you have 4 slots for your string input. And then you also have the battery slots. That's the battery inputs for your battery DC connection, where you can also connect your DC main cables from the batteries to your inverter to supply DC power. And then you also have the cooling fan. So we have the fan to achieve, cooling for cooling of the inverter. Then you also have the COM1 port, which is also basically for the connection of your Wi-Fi dongle kit to ensure cloud connectivity and then data transmission for remote monitoring. Now, the COM2 port is also another COM port where we actually make use of, parallel communication cable. So that's where you can connect your parallel communication cable, like I was saying, flexibility in terms of to up to a maximum of 6 inverters in parallel. So you can actually make use of this parallel ports, or let me say this COM port, to achieve your daisy chain or looping, communication looping between your inverters. And then also connection of your lithium ion BMS cable, as well as CT cable, lead acid temperature sensor cables as well. Now, the AC port box is also where you actually connect all your AC cabling from your AC input, your AC output, as well as your diesel generator connectivity, should there be the need to connect a diesel generator to your system. Yep, so maybe you can go next. Yeah, so this is also to, show you the ETLV. So like I was saying, the ETLV is a three-phase low voltage inverter. So it's a three-phase low voltage inverter that comes with an LCD screen in terms of capacity all the way from 5 to 20 kilowatts. Now, currently, the ETLV is one of, let me say, personally, it's one of, one of our product I actually like to preach more about because it comes with unique features. So with this, you can do a maximum of 10 pieces in parallel. So currently you can do 6, and then we are also looking at, achieving maximum of 10. And then within this parallel setup, you can actually mix, let me say, different power capacities in one parallel setup. So you can actually have a 10 kilowatts ETLV and then maybe a 15 or 20 kilowatt ETLV all in one parallel system. It comes with a touch LCD screen, like you can see from the image, supports diesel generator connectivity, and then also comes with a 200% PV oversizing to help you, utilize or make full use of, the inverter's potential, and then also twice the nominal power for AC overloading support. In terms of battery compatibility, it's also compatible with, lead acid and then lithium ion batteries. And aside GoodWe lithium ion batteries, also compatible with multiple brands, like I was saying. And it also supports microgrid functionality. So the generator port, which we refer to as a smart port, can be used for 3 different purposes. Like I was saying, you can use it to connect your diesel generator on site. You can also use it to connect a heavy load, or you can also use it to connect a grid side inverter to achieve microgrid functionality, or let me say an AC corporate system. Yep, next. Yep. So so for the LCD screen, I know maybe one might be curious, what should we expect from the LCD screen? Because why are we getting an LCD screen? So the LCD screen is actually a touch LCD screen that gives you, let me say, it gives you a fair idea of whatever that is happening on site. So it comes with a pressing knob where you can also use it to navigate your way through, all the way through your configuration. So we have the up and down button, we have the enter button, and we also have the escape button. So with this, it's easily to navigate your way through your configuration and then also your on-site commissioning. Now, after configuration and commissioning, we have the overview of the power flow, where you can actually get to see your PV power generation. So you can see 80 kilowatts, let me say, amount of power, let me say the amount of power coming from the solar panels. And then you can also get to know your battery state of charge, as well as the amount of power being charged or discharged from your batteries. You also get to see the alarm page, the alarm icon, which is actually right next to the settings icon. So with that, it gives you a fair idea of whatever is happening on site. Should it be maybe an alarm on the system? So it gives you a fair idea of what alarm is happening. Then you have the settings icon, which you can actually click on it to take you to the system setup page for on-site system configuration and then commissioning. We also have the grid icon, which shows you the amount of power that is actually being pulled from the national grid, or let me say the amount of power being fed into the national grid. That's if you're allowed to feed power into the grid. Then we also have the last on that line, which is the load, which tells you the 80 kilowatts here. So it tells you the amount of power that you are consuming. Um, at a point in time. So the middle one is basically for a DG. That's if you have a diesel generator connected on site. So how much power is being pulled from the diesel generator and the likes. So with this, you get a fair idea of what is actually happening. And basically, this is one thing that maybe end users, or let me say even an installer would like to also have in his system. So aside using our monitoring platform, you can also utilize the screen version to also get to know what is actually happening, how much PV power is being produced, and then what is the load demand on site. Yep, next. Yep. So like I was saying for configuration and then on-site commissioning, after pressing the system icon on the main page, you get to the system setup menu or the system setup page. So with this, after making use of probably maybe if you've used the SolarGo app, you are quite familiar with the configuration or let me say the commissioning process where you have quick settings, you have advanced settings, you have basic settings and the likes. So looking at the screen, you get to see that there is a direct transfer of everything that we have on the SolarGo app on the LCD display. So you can also get to see your quick settings where you can actually go through your quick settings, configuration or commissioning. You also get to see your advanced settings where you can also click on it to access, all the advanced functionalities that you need to access for your configuration. And then you can also get to see your immediate charging. You can also do immediate charging, which is, yeah, should there be the need to immediately force charge your batteries? Let's say you finish your installation late in the day and then you didn't want to, or let's say you don't want to leave your batteries on charge for the end user, and then you want to do something like a quick charge. With this, you can actually initiate what we call the immediate charging to utilize the grid charging your batteries, which is a one-time command. So after that one-time command, you just leave site and then it's automatically end on its own. So basically everything that you can actually do with the SolarGo app, which is basically, let me say, the traditional way of configuring GoodWe inverters, has now been transferred directly to the LCD screen. So with this, it makes it much more easier and convenient for each and every one, for the end user and then for the installer as well as the EPCs. Yep, next. Yep, next. Yep. So as a company, we let me say so with GoodWe, like I was saying, we always pay key attention. Let me say we always put our installers and our EPCs, our customers in mind. So in supplying the inverter, we don't just want to, let me say benefit on our own. So we just supply you the inverter to take an extra cost at your end. So with GoodWe, we actually provide you with all accessories that you need. So for the GoodWe residential inverters, you actually get everything that you need for a single system installation in the inverter package or in the inverter box. So from the mounting plates, which you are going to use to mount your inverter on the wall, or let me say on the mounting surface, to the MC4 connectors, which is the PV connectors, which you are going to actually use to connect your panels, your solar panels, your PV strings to the inverter directly through the input, through the MPPT input, and then to the communication cable for battery and meter. So we actually provide you the battery communication for, lithium ion battery BMS, and then as well as the smart meter communication cable. And then also the lead acid temperature sensor cable. Should they be, they need to use a a lead acid battery on site, as well as the Wi-Fi LAN kit dongle. So the Wi-Fi LAN kit dongle is let me say, it's a key thing, or let me say, it's essential component that is needed to ensure, cloud connectivity and also data transmission from the inverter to the GoodWe monitoring cloud for online monitoring. So with this, it also comes with the inverter package. We give you the CT cable to clamp on your grid live cable to be able to read whatever power that is being consumed from your grid, and also to prevent exports to the grid. So with this, basically, GoodWe actually provide you with everything that you need for a single system setup installation. So there is no need to, let me say, be thinking of an extra cost, in terms of purchasing an MC4 connector separately, purchasing, the BMS cable separately, or let's say, let us say temperature sensor cable separately. Everything that you need comes with the inverter package. Yep, next. Yep. So here, I think, I would like to throw more light on the monitoring platform. So like I was saying, since we are making use of the Wi-Fi LAN kit dongle on site to achieve online or let me say remote monitoring. I would like to also explain what you should basically expect on the monitoring platform. So currently, GoodWe actually have our latest monitoring platform, which is the SIMS Plus 2.0, which comes with, advanced features. Advanced features for the installer, for the end user. You actually get the chance to in terms of even display, in terms of you get a chance to even have an AI support, should there be the need. Just in case you are in need of, an immediate support, and then where you are, you're not able to reach out to the GoodWe team for support. With the Sense Plus 2.0, we actually give you what we call the AI support, where you can just key in any question that you want, and then the AI actually gives you suggestions, or let me say, it makes contributions that can actually play very key role in terms of troubleshooting your problem and then getting it solved. So this is, let me say, the web version, and also we also have the app version where you can actually get to monitor your power plants remotely everywhere, irrespective of the plant's location. Yes. Yeah. So in terms of, practical overview of what you should be expecting on the web version. So this is how it looks like. So you get the chance to have an overview of all installed plants, and then you can also easily find an error if any error has occurred. So you can easily spot if there is an alarm on a specific power plant. And then also you can also get the chance to check your power generation for a specific power plant, as well as the total generation that you have in your account as well. So with this, it makes it much more very easy and then convenient for both the end user, for both the EPC and also the installer, where you get a chance to have a feel and then also visualize every single detail happen on site without having the need, or let me say, without even being there in person. Yep. Next. Yeah. So for the energy monitoring solution, like I was saying, so for the web version, so with this, you get the chance. These are some of the key things that you can actually get to utilize, you can actually get to feel. So you get the chance to see your daily and historical performance. So you get to see the performance of your power plant. I mean, as it stands now at a particular point in time, and also get to see the historical performance a week ago, a month ago, and the likes. So you also get the chance to also have the real-time monitoring. So real-time monitoring in the sense that you get to see how much PV power is being generated at any particular point in time. You get the chance to see what is your battery SOC at any particular point in time. Is your battery discharging or is being charged? And then also you get to see what is the load demand on site at a particular point in time. And then out of this load demand, is there any power coming from the grid, or are my PV producing more than enough and then feeding into the grid? So with this, you get real-time monitoring, and then this real-time monitoring helps you to appreciate whatever project, or let me say whatever system that you have on site. Now, also for the self-use analysis, it gives you a breakdown of how much of my load demand is being contributed by the solar system, how much of my load demand is being contributed by the grid, and then how much is being contributed by the battery. So with this, you get to understand that, okay, my demand is, let's say, 100% in terms of percentage is 100%, but I can see my PV power plant or my solar system is contributing 70% out of this demand, let's say makes more sense. Helps you to appreciate whatever that has been stored. And then you also get to see that, okay, out of the installed capacity, or let me say out of this, maybe I'm feeding in an excess power to the grid, which I don't want to, and then get it resolved. So with this, you get the chance to appreciate everything from daily to historical, real-time monitoring, and also get to do self-use analysis to appreciate the performance of your power plant. Yep, next. Yeah. So, like I was saying earlier on, so traditionally, GoodWe used to, make use of an app called the Solar Go application, which focuses much more on installers and then EPCs for on-site configuration. So this basically was, we actually use this through Bluetooth connectivity. So you connect your phone to the inverter's Bluetooth signal, and then you just launch the app, and then in maximum 2 minutes, you are able to configure your inverter. And everything here is what has been, let me say, duplicated on the the LCD screen, to help you or give you the functionality on the ease to, configure your inverters without even using the SolarGo app. But that's not to say that, we are fading out the SolarGo app. The SolarGo app is still available. And then you can also make use of the SolarGo app. It's an additional option to the LCD screen. So with this, you also get to see real-time on-site monitoring. So The Sims Plus is basically a web version or let me say an app version that deals with internet connectivity. So to be able to monitor anything on the Sims Plus, or let me say on the Sims, you will need internet connectivity. Now with the Solar Go, the main reason why we say it's focused on installers, or let me say play key benefit to the installer is that when the installer visits the site, he doesn't need any internet to see whatever that is going on the site. The only thing the installer need is the Solar Go application and then the Bluetooth connectivity. So with that, the installer can also get to see real-time performance, get to see what's actually happening on site, the PV power production, the configuration and then commissioning, let me say, processes that were done. So what commissioning or let me say what configuration has been done on the inverter, you get the chance to see it and then also get the chance to alter all this configuration and then also get to see if there has been any alarm on the inverter and then get to see if there is any way around that you can actually troubleshoot these inverters. Okay, next. Easy commissioning with SolarGo. So, I mean, with the SolarGo app, it's very, very, very easy to configure your inverters. Maximum 2 minutes, you are good to go. The main thing you need to do is, I mean, quick settings, basic settings, advanced settings, and then you're good to go. And all these are self-explanatory. So, GoodWe, I mean, configuration or let me say commissioning GoodWe inverters is one of the easiest tasks to do on site. Basically, the main thing is having your system deployed. And after installing the system, maximum 2 minutes, you are good to go. Very, very easy. You just go through the quick settings, the basic settings, and then advanced settings, and then you're good to go. Maximum 2 minutes, you are through. Yep, best. Okay, so I think this with this part, I would just like to let me say we just like to show you or let me say share with you a few case references. I mean, just for presentation sake, a few references that we have, I mean, installed in Ghana locally. So this over here is a 20 kilowatt system with 40 kilowatt hour battery bank. So we actually have two pieces of the inverter installed together, but I mean just have one in the picture. And then I mean, the next slide, we also have another one that we can also share with you. So this is also a 10 kilowatt inverter. Yep. And then installed with a 25 kilowatt hour battery bank. So you can see the GoodWe residential inverters, low voltage, and then also the GoodWe Lynx A series batteries has been, I mean, utilized in these solutions. So these are things that are currently existing, supplying uninterrupted backup power supply to essential loads in various homes currently. And then customers are actually, I mean, enjoying their systems very, 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 very well. Yep, next. Yep. So this, I mean, I think it's been a very, very, I mean, nice time. I mean, just a little inconvenience with my machine, but still we had the solution. But here, I think, should there be any need for any Q&A? I mean, any questions or concerns? I would just like to hand over directly to Caroline to see or check the Q&A box if there are any concerns or any questions that you like us to answer or anything that you like to ask. And then we'll try as much as possible to address and also answer all questions. So, Caroline, over to you. Let's see if there are anything for us.
Okay, thank you very much, Clinton, for such an elaborate presentation. What I'll do is I'll stop sharing my screen so that we proceed to the Q&A section.
Sure.
Okay, so far we don't have any questions so far. So we kindly request anyone, if you have any questions regarding our GoodWe residential solutions, please feel free to type in your question or raise your hand so that I enable your mic to speak. We have 5 minutes for this section.
I'll try this again to see if it's going to work.
Yeah. Any questions, please feel free to type in the Q&A box located at the bottom of your screen or on the webinar chat box. Okay, and if everything is clear, you can just react. There is a box on React. So just put a thumbs up, put a love heart so that we get to know that the information is clear. Thank you very much. You can see a couple of love hearts and thumbs up. Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you. Clinton, I don't think we have any questions. It seems that the presentation was quite clear for our attendees. So kindly proceed to the last slide.
Okay, all right. So once again, I say thank you to everyone. I'm also, I don't know, Carolyn, confirm for me. I'm sharing my screen now. Is it okay?
Yes, it's okay,
Can you?
Clinton.
All
I
right,
can see your
thank you.
screen.
Okay, thank you. So over here, you can actually see my contacts. You can see my email, my working email. You can also see my phone number. And even though we don't have, I mean, let me say there is no questions, I mean, during this webinar, I'm very sure in the subsequent this as we look up to deploying GoodWe solutions at our various sites, there might be the need for, let me see, a double check on one or two things, or probably maybe an on-site assistance, or probably any form of support or any form of assistance that you might need from the GoodWe team. So you can, I mean, kindly, you can also pick my number or probably my email. I'll actually recommend you pick my number for easier communication. And then whenever there is a need to double check something, to confirm something, or probably to reach out to the GoodWe team for any support related topic, you can actually reach out to me via WhatsApp as well as via normal phone call. Now, you can also see here we have some QR code here that you can actually scan to follow the GoodWe platform on, I mean, LinkedIn as well as Facebook. So with this, it helps you stay updated with the GoodWe technology solutions that we keep on deploying to the market. So who knows? Probably maybe you might meet a solution that we will promote on our, I mean, on our social media platforms in the near future. So with this, it gives you something like a fair idea of how to go about your solutions or how to go about your design. So we highly recommend you, I mean, scan the QR code and then follow the GoodWe Africa LinkedIn page on LinkedIn, as well as, I mean, the GoodWe Facebook page on the Facebook platform as well. Don't forget to pick my number. I'm highly welcome, and I'm going to highly welcome each and everyone who try to reach out to me on WhatsApp or via phone call. Caroline, over to you.
Okay, thank you very much, Clinton. Just to add on to what Clinton just mentioned, I've also included links of our social media channels, which we have Facebook, where we're quite active and we post a lot of local case studies. So if you'd like to know what's been done similar, yes, there's someone who has a question.
Nope,
I haven't seen
I think
anyone who's raised their hand. Okay. All right. I think that was a mishap. Okay, we proceed. Yeah, so on Facebook, we advertise, or rather, we post any case studies which you have locally, similar to what Clinton has shared. So it will be good for you to get to know what's being done, and you can also use those case studies to pitch to your customers as well. We are also extremely active on our LinkedIn. So just click the link to follow us on our Middle East and Africa LinkedIn page. We post similar webinars, any news, in industry news that we have, any new stuff that we have within the regions to support you. We post that as well. I see. Yeah, we do have a question, Clinton, from Rahman. Do you have technical support stroke suppliers in Lagos, Nigeria? Do you have technical support stroke suppliers in Lagos, Nigeria? Clinton?
all right. So yep. So we currently have a technical support as well as sales, I mean, manager in Nigeria. Yep, I think Emmanuel is based in Lagos. I think I'm double sure of that. Emmanuel is based in Lagos. And then he's the technical sales engineer, both pre-sales and then after sales. Um, just in case you need to reach out to him, you can basically reach out to Caroline or reach out to me after this webinar, and I'll share his contact with you. And then in terms of let me say trying to procure GoodWe investors. Like I said, we also have a sales manager who can actually direct you to the exact point to get the GoodWe investors. So feel free to reach out to any of us. You can reach out to Caroline. You can reach out to me after this webinar, and I'll share with you the contacts to these people who are based in Nigeria currently.
Thank you, Clinton. So I can see Damola is in the call and also Emmanuel. We have 5 more minutes, so please, if you're in a position to speak and introduce yourself, kindly proceed and also type in your email address and your phone number on the chat box. Emmanuel and Damola. Our staff are currently in Lagos, Nigeria. Damola, Emmanuel, kindly unmute yourself or just raise your hand if you're able to speak and type in your. Okay.
Yes, thanks, Caroline. Good day, everyone. My name is Damla. I'm the sales manager for CNI for GoodWe West Africa. And we, as Clinton has earlier mentioned, we actually do have supports in Nigeria, and we are open 24/7 to help you with any questions or any technical issues you might have with our product. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Damola. Damola is our CNI sales manager in Lagos, Nigeria. Emmanuel, are you also on the call? Just put your hand up. Okay. Kindly speak.
Okay, can you hear me now, Caroline?
Yeah, we can hear you, Emmanuel.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining the webinar. My name is Emmanuel. I'm GoodWe after sales and pre-sales engineer here in Nigeria. So I'm here to I'm in GoodWe for after sales service. So if you need support with your commissioning, I'm your go-to guy. If you need training for our product, I'm also your go-to guy for Nigeria. And I'm also mobile. So wherever state you are, I can definitely give you support there. So I've seen a question in the chat box by Immaculate. He said, "How fast can we send items to Port Harcourt?" So once you make your payments, we have some stocks here locally in Lagos. We can do a way bill to Port Harcourt. So the sending depends on the time frame where you make your payment and how fast the delivery company can deliver. But then typically within 24 hours, you should be able to get your product in Port Harcourt. Okay, Mr. Tosin. Okay, I'm going to send my contact details now to the chat group so you can message me via WhatsApp.
Yeah,
And let's go
Damola
to the
also
project.
include your contacts as well on the chat box.
Okay, I'll be sending it now right away.
All right, thank you very much, Emmanuel. Thank you also, Immaculate, Ebenezer, and Tosin for your questions. So Damola has already shared his WhatsApp phone number. Kindly also share your email address for Emmanuel and Damola.
Okay.
Okay. So as you can see, we have local support in Nigeria. We have local support in Ghana. We have Clinton who's taken us through the webinar. We have local support in most countries actually in Africa. So feel free to reach out to us and we will direct you to the correct person to support you on whether it's system sizing, the sale, whether it's training, we are here for you. All right, before we end this webinar, we have 1 more minute. I'd like to let you know that each and every Wednesdays, we'll be having similar webinars at 10 a.m. your local time. Next week, we have a webinar on CNI and Damola will take us through that. So feel free to follow us on LinkedIn where we post all this information on the webinars which we're having. Thank you once again for joining us and also remember to follow us on our socials to get to know what GoodWe is up to. Until next time, we'll get to see you again. Clinton, the floor is yours.
All right, so I would just like to say, thank you to each and everyone for spending some time with us in today's webinar. We, like Caroline stated, we look forward to having more engagement with you in the subsequent weeks and months ahead. Feel free to reach out to any of our team. Should there be the need to request for an after-sale service support, pre-sale service support, or even marketing support or anything, just anything related to GoodWe, feel free. We are always open to, helping you, or let me say, addressing all your concerns. Thank you once again. We look forward to more engagement in the future.
Thank you. Have a good one. We'll end the webinar now, and we'll share the webinar recording during the course of this week. Thank you very much and have an amazing, amazing day. Bye-bye.